Finally, this 2024-2025 season in Serie A comes to an end. A miserable season for Milan. Nothing to play for in this game. This game meant absolutely nothing against l'ultima della classe. They end up winning 2-0 against Monza. Monza, who finishes the season with 26 losses. Something crazy for Serie A, guys. And so, unfortunately, guys, Milan didn't have to do much. Monza took one good shot at the end of the second half where Magna had to make a save. Besides that, he wasn't really doing anything the entire game. Positive note, the jerseys for next season, I didn't think they would look that good. I gotta be honest, they look fantastic to me, even though they have the monochromatic stem. Guys, I really like the way they look on the players. So to me, it looked nice. Besides that, the season comes to an end, a miserable season. Hopefully, we won't see the Conceiçãos of this world, the Joao Felix of this world, although he scored a cracker of a goal today, probably his best game with Milan since joining Milan, but it's too little too late. He's going to be going back to Chelsea. Kyle Walker is going to be going back to Manchester City. Abraham is going back to Roma. Jovic hopefully was his last game. I still don't understand why they didn't start Camarda from the beginning today. You had one chance to start this kid. You gave him 45 minutes instead of making him start at San Siro. Makes no sense to me for a player that was already done. Yes, maybe you wanted to give him a few minutes because he did score some important goals, Jovic, this is during the season. But he hasn't been in this team's plans for at least the last 2 seasons. They just keep extending his contract just because they have nobody better to sign. And so it's time for all these useless players to leave, right? So the Chukwuezes, the Loftus-Cheeks, the Musas, we're going to see what they're going to do with Tomori. We're going to see what they do with Tia. Joao Felix is going back. Kyle Walker is going back. Abraham is going back. Jovic is at the end of his contract. So is Florenzi. So it's going to be a very interesting summer for Milan, right? Iglitare was announced this week. He's going to have to make some very important decisions. First of all, the coach. Who is going to coach this team? And if there's one example to follow, it's Napoli. Why? Because last season they finished in 10th spot. This year they win the Scudetto. How important was the Conte choice? I've always said it. He's an excellent coach. I don't want him for Milan, but you need a Conte-type coach next season. Somebody that will make a difference in the locker room. Somebody that has courage. Somebody that has a lot of, you know what? Somebody that is not easy to deal with for the players, that will make them feel uncomfortable, but will form a group with the players. Making the right choices on the Calcio Mercato as well. Like I said, we'll see who Milan will end up sacrificing. It's inevitable. They will have to sacrifice somebody, not making the European leagues. They will probably finance their Calcio Mercato by selling someone. So far, Tiani Reinders seems like he's the closest to leaving. We all know the Manchester City rumors. And so it won't be an easy summer for Milan, but Milan has to make the right choices. We can't afford another season with the coaches of the Fonseca type, of the Conceição type. This is not what we want. We need somebody, I repeat it, Italian, because it's very important in Serie A. Somebody that has a lot of courage, that can deal with some egos. And like I said, we'll see what happens with the Magnas, the Teos, the Leaos, the Pulisic. Teo, Magna, and Pulisic all need to renew their contracts. They're still stalling on it, so we'll see what Milan decides to do. Barca, Bayern looking at Leao. Will he leave? The Tomoris, the Chas. All these players have to go, and they have to revamp and make this team better with players that want to play for Milan. No more slouching around. Like I said, it's not only the players' fault this season. They had a lot of bad decisions to deal with as well. But you could feel that they didn't give it their all. And fans want players to give their 100%. Let me know what you think in the comments. Guys, positive note for Milan, and they end the season with a 2-0 victory. That's about it. Have a great day.